easy go.
Andrea here. Welcome to my channel and to this video. Thank you guys all for your support and enthusiasm. It's been very exciting to see how people are interested in Aberration. And so if you see my other videos, you know that I am just absolutely in love with Aberration. I think it's the hardest and most challenging map to play on. And so for that reason, I find it the most satisfying. And so that is the purpose of this video, is to explain the top 3 reasons why I think Aberration is crucial to your game plan, and then also take you on a casual tour down to the Rock Drake Trench. On Aberration, there are no flyers allowed. The closest thing you get is a Rock Drake, which is what I'm on. And they're basically like gliders. And so, yeah, you'll want to get down to the Rock Drake Trench as soon as you can. It takes about 4 days to raise eggs to a full-grown rock drake. So yeah, I was just in Portal then, the backup portal, and then the entrance, the ground entrance, is to the right forward area. And then you come down here. This is the Glowtail cave lake area. Glowtail is like right there in the lake area. So you can walk down the path that's right there on my right. And then come over here. Sorry. Bad driver. I'm a girl, you know. And then come over here. So this is, the lake is over there. The river, I should say, to the left. And then you want to take this walkway. You're headed towards Blue Zone Edge. So right here is Blue Zone Edge. You can't see it, but right through there is Blue Zone Edge. That's a dead end. You can kind of see Blue Zone there. You want to take a left. And then, so if I was starting off and didn't know Aberration very well, I would drop down into Red Zone from over here, and I will show you where. This is the quickest, fastest way to get onto the path for the Rock Drake eggs. And what I would do is I would have a crab or a spino, maybe 2 or 3 of you with crabs and spinos. Cryo your crab and or spino. Come over here, make sure you have your hazmat suit, of course, and everything that you're going to need. Cryo your spino, crabs, and everything else, and parachute down into here. I'll show you where. I'm just going to climb for the sake of this video. But if you drop right down into here, this lands you smack dab on the Rock Drake Trench path. Back in the old days, before cryos, we actually used to ride our tames down. And we'd jump off at the last second before we'd hit the ground. That was always kind of hairy. But super good fun. These days with cryos and parachutes, it's way easier. This is actually also too the last area of radiation free zone in red. Even though this is clearly in red zone, this is actually radiation free. And this is also your last healing spot before you go down into radiation zone. So if you need to heal up your tames, here's the spot to do it. And then right over here starts the path down to the Rock Drake Trench. I should say one of the Rock Drake Trench. The most easiest and the one that you will most likely want to use if you're starting out. When you're coming back up this path, because this is a kind of sort of a one-way path, that is going to be the path to take you back up out of red zone. You just follow that spine and up into blue zone. But I'll show you guys that someday, but I figured that'd be too much for this video. This is a long, winding path all the way down to the Rock Drake Trench. So I thought this is where I might explain the top 3 reasons why Aberration is going to be so important to your game plan. So one of them is that in addition to there being no flyers, only the Rock Drakes, there's another game mechanic where only aberrant tames can come to Aberration. So none of the tames, absolutely none of them, from the island, center, Ragnarok, or Scorched Earth can come to Aberration. So automatically that's a huge defense for your Aberration base, because it eliminates the threats from those maps, because they're not going to be able to bring their dinos here, which means they're most likely not going to be able to muster enough firepower to be a serious threat to you. They would have to start on Ab, build on Ab, breed on Ab, and then attack you. And that's just insane. You're not going to let that happen. If you're a really good alpha, you're going to take Ab, lock down Ab, and keep anybody off Ab that you don't want to play there. And so you're going to be very secure here on Ab. Also, too, another really nice thing is there's no Gigas as of this date. We've heard rumors that Gigas might be able to be thrown out here sometime and be bred here, but I still don't believe that they're going to be able to be ridden. So that's a huge protection for your Aberration base as well. So then too, in addition to there not being Gigas and being shielded from those 4 previous maps, the DLCs that come later, like Extinction, Genesis, Valguero, Crystal Isles, a big portion of the dinos from those maps still can't come to Aberration. Like, for instance, Rock Elementals. So it's just a really good strategy to come to Aberration because of all the inherent protection that is on Ab. And so for those reasons, we've just never seen an alpha cluster not take Aberration first. Maybe a small note to say here too is that we're not talking about pay-to-play tribes, because if you're spending money to, you know, buy walls or crafting stations or bullets, there's no end or limit to where you could build. You could build out in the open in the most undefended position in all of Ark, and you'd probably still win. So I'm talking about a cluster or a map where everybody's starting at the same time and the same advantages, that kind of server. And so yeah. So then a second reason why it's very obvious why you should come to Ab is because Aberration is very resource rich, especially when it comes to metal. It's stupid easy to farm metal on Aberration. 2 to 4 man tribe can easily get all the infrastructure that they need up in a day or two. And so I've seen tribe members grind as much as 1 million, I do mean 1 million bullets, in a day out of 1 crafting station on Ab. And so most tribes are just not going to be able to have the strategy or the willpower to take down defenses like that. So definitely Ab is where you want to be when it comes to that. What did I just do? I took a wrong turn here. Yep, there we go. Back on track. Yeah, so Ab is definitely where you want to be. And then, so what ends up happening is once an alpha tribe has locked down Aberration, they then moved to Extinction for control of the Titans, and then also Genesis for OP element farming. And then, I mean, I can fight these guys, I guess. So yeah, but once they've locked down Aberration, it's a super easy thing to take on the other maps, because your base spots on the other maps, even if you get pushed off them, they're never going to come to Ab and attack your base here. So the heart of your empire is always safe. And then you can just keep repeatedly going in and taking over the different maps. And that's pretty much what we've seen happen over and over and over again, is alpha tribes will take Aberration, then they'll take Extinction, and then they'll take Genesis. And then they go to the other maps and have fun and make war with whatever tribes are remaining on the other maps. This is the Rock Drake Trench. This is where you want to come your first day to get those first Rock Drakes on foot. And then once you have these eggs in here, there's many other easier ways to get rock drake eggs. But when you're on foot, this is pretty much how you have to do it. Other than some really crazy strategies that people have out there. I've seen people fly down on, what are those called? Glider suits and grab eggs that way. But getting back up is really hard that way. Not impossible, but hard. So that's the route that you're going to have to take to, you know, pretty much guaranteed successful way to get your first rock drake eggs. And then I'll go fly you around and show you the Giga Skull that's down here. While I tell you about the third reason why you want to come to Ab. So, it's kind of all these reasons all jumbled up in together is that if you're looking to try to get into an alpha tribe, then Aberration is where these alpha tribes look for talent. Because if you can survive here, you can survive almost anywhere. And especially if you show yourself to be really experienced and have not been causing them problems, they're going to want you in their tribe versus having you floating around out there as a possible threat, or no, it would just be stupid to not have an experienced player in their tribe. So come to Ab, get experienced, learn how to play here. Eventually make trade with the alpha if you can. Hint, hint, red zone, the radiation zone, is an excellent place to hide because people don't have it mapped down here, so they get lost easily or they're scared of it, so they stay out of it. But if you learn how to play down here, you're pretty much untouchable, and you can just roam around and do as you wish and stay off Alpha's radar and have a go at it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that was helpful to you and I explained it well enough. And yeah, enjoy Ark, and especially Aberration. I'll be seeing you around.